A lot of you have been following along on my Etsy journey, and it has been 1.5 years. Cannot believe it. The last time I made an update was at the 1 year mark, and now I'm making another update at the 1.5 year mark. So I'm gonna go over the stats, everything I made, and I'm actually thinking about starting a new Etsy shop this year. If you're interested in starting an Etsy shop, stay till the end because I am gonna share some advice that I have for you. Let me just quickly show you what happened in the 1 year of me doing Etsy. I had 64 listings, which in the last 6 months of that first year, I kind of just didn't really work on it. You can see all the numbers here. My profit was 2,700 Canadian dollars, which is okay. It's like side hustle money, but obviously not a full-time income. So that was my first year. Now, if we look at what happened since then, so in these 6 months here from November to April, I added one more listing. So yeah, I barely worked on my Etsy shop. It's mainly because after I came back from my big 7-month Asia trip in September, I started to focus a lot more on my YouTube channel and specifically brand deals. And then I was also working on my new course, which is the Etsy listing photos course. So that took up a couple of months, and that's why I didn't work on my Etsy shop. You'll see that my visits they're kind of similar with like what happened before. You will see the anomaly right here is January, where the conversion rate was really high compared to before. And after January, the conversion went down a lot. Not sure why, but that did happen last year at the same time. I made 57 sales in January, which is really good. And that is sort of like the same thing that you see in last year's, where I made 66 sales. This year I made $900. Last year was $1,200. And yeah, my store last year was doing a lot better. I only had like 20 something listings. Maybe it was like a new shop thing. I don't know, maybe like back then there was less competition for the items that I was creating, but now you see that I have a lot more listings compared to before, but I'm still kind of getting the same amount of sales. The good thing is it is completely passive. I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to really do customer service. So I think in the last 6 months, maybe 3 people messaged me with a question, or they wanted a refund or something where I had to like message with the customer, but there was basically no customer service. It's pretty passive, which my Etsy shop, I keep telling people like my Etsy shop is not doing that great because it's only generating $200, $300 a month, which is not that high, but it is passive, so I guess that's a good thing. I wish it was higher, but you know, it is what it is. So everything was pretty much kind of like the same as before, because this middle part here, like 1 year ago, I was kind of making the same amount. It was like $200, $300 a month, it's the same thing right now. So let's go back to January. The reason why every single January it does well, like last January, this January, it's because I sell Canva templates for business owners, and January is like New Year's resolutions, so a lot of people are thinking of starting their businesses, so they're gonna buy the templates. That's why the sales are really good usually in January. The conversion is good because people are looking for it. And then I don't know, for some reason after January, my conversion just like goes down by a lot. That happened last year too. So if anyone knows why, please tell me why my conversion rate is going down. I also did not spend anything on ads. Last year, I was kind of playing around with it. My conclusion last year was that it didn't really work for me. Either that or I just don't know how to use Etsy ads. So please tell me if I should be using Etsy ads or no Etsy ads, but the things I tried, it didn't really work that well. Okay, and then last year in the summer, I hired somebody to help me with my Etsy shop, specifically with Canva, designing templates and working on my marketing listing photos in Canva. I gave that person a good amount of work last year, but because I haven't really been working on my shop, and then, oh yeah, she also helped me work on some things that were related to my Etsy listing photos course, which by the way, If you are feeling stuck with making listing photos, you can check it out. It is a full course on how to make listing photos with full demos, how to make the listing video. It has all my Canva tips of what dimensions you should use for your listing photos. And yeah, I basically show you exactly how I make my listing photos to get a decent conversion rate, pretty much. I outsourced a bit last month. I am making new listings again, but I'm also thinking about starting a new Etsy shop, and I did already start doing some research, and this time I'm actually going to track how much time I spend on making a new shop, because in the past you guys have been curious, like, what's the return on time? Like, you're spending so much time, you know, like making these listings, and you made this much amount of money, but like, what's the actual time that you spent? Oh yeah, I forgot to go over this. So, well, you guys can see the number, so I feel like I don't really need to explain all of this. My actual profit in my 1.5 years of doing Etsy is almost $5,000 Canadian. The profit margin is 63%. Also, I did not include my Canva Pro subscription because I use my Canva Pro subscription also for my YouTube channel, but also for the Etsy shop. So I didn't include that in here. But yeah, this is the profit, which is just my revenue subtracted by 667 converted into Canadian dollars. And it does not include my Canva subscription or my Midjourney subscription. Okay, so yeah, I did start on a new Etsy shop. I am currently researching niches. The reason why I want to start a new Etsy shop is because I feel like I kind of want to just like experiment with something new, because my old one doesn't feel that exciting anymore. Motivation is really important when it comes to me working on stuff. Like, I didn't feel that motivated to work on this Etsy shop, but I do have some ideas for the new Etsy shop. Right now I'm researching niches, and I'm using a whole bunch of market research tools. If you're interested in which market research tools I recommend, check out the links that I have below. I've linked all of them, but I am thinking about 3 potential niches, most likely Canva templates or like downloadable like PDF kind of things. I do want to work on a new shop because, you know, like, I think there's a lot of potential. Like, I don't know what happened here, and I think every Etsy shop is different. The results are different. I feel like if I keep working on this shop, I don't know how much more money I can make from this shop, because I've made a lot more listings in the past year, but I'm still making the same amount of money every single month. Right now, the most important things when it comes to starting this new shop, by the way, you should listen to this if you are thinking about starting an Etsy shop, because right now I'm telling you exactly what I think is important. I'm going to spend some more time investigating the niche, seeing how much competition there is, and realistically thinking, can I make something that's different or better with the current skills that I have and the current skills that my Canva assistants have? Can I do something that is competitive in the market for this niche? And I don't know which niche I'm going to do yet, but I think having confidence in your niche is really important. I did make a video a couple months ago on how to pick your niche. So if you're really lost with picking your niche, you can go watch that video. After that, I am going to start designing the products, making the listing photos. Now that I've made like a lot of listing photos, I think I can probably make even better listing photos based on what's out there, because what I see a lot is really ugly listing photos. I see so many bad listing photos for good products, and I think the listing photos really do matter. Generally, what I'm going for is something that is less niche than my old shop. Now I'm gonna go for selling a cheaper thing but more volume. So that is kind of the strategy that I have. There's no strategy that's better than the other. Like, you could be super niche and make something more higher priced and still make the same amount of money as selling something that is in a bigger niche, where the things are cheaper, but you want to sell more of them. Maybe there's more people looking for that thing, so there's no right strategy. I just kind of want to go for a different strategy. So this time what I'm going for is something that's a little bit easier to make, where I can make a lot more products in a shorter amount of time, because with my old shop, the stuff stuff that I was selling, like all the Canva templates I was selling, like they would take me so long to make because I would have to do so much research. Like there are multiple pages of Canva templates. Like it would take forever to make one listing, just because like with my first shop, the money that I'm making it's $200 to $300 a month. I can't live off of that. So that's why I feel like it's not that urgent, but I do see a lot of potential in it. So we'll see, we'll see how it goes.